Good morning and welcome to Outdoor Quest TV. I'm Vanessa Harrop and we're in southern Alberta hunting Rocky Mountain elk. So it's day 4 of rifle season and so far we haven't seen any elk on the property we have permission on, but we have seen elk on the neighboring property. And the one thing that happens during rifle season is once the shooting starts, the elk start moving around and they just bounce from property to property to property. So what we do is we come out every morning and every afternoon, check to see if they're there. They're either there or they're not. So works out really well for work. I'm working remotely right now, so we can come out, sneak out, have a look. If it doesn't work out, head home, go back to work. So plan is it's first light, so we'll sneak over this ridge here and just make a quick check and see if they're out. There's some elk right down below there. I don't know, do you want to just sit here and wait till we get a little bit more light, see if there's a bull in there? Or?
I don't know, it's hard to tell there. Looks like they're kind of moving to the south.
Yeah, which is, it's not ideal if they get into those trees.
Yeah.
So,
we don't have permission there, so.
Exactly.
Looks like quite a bunch, hey? There's got to be 100 or more there.
Yeah, it's just, I don't have quite enough light.
My bet is there's some bulls in there. I wonder if, why don't we try and head down to the south end of the ridge here.
Okay.
I don't know, the wind's not great.
No, it's not, but maybe the thermals will work in our favor, hey?
Yeah, like the wind's kind of going right to them, but that thermal should be coming up, so I don't know. We still got a bit of time here, but I think you're right. Let's get down to the end of the ridge there, and hopefully we can get them before they get in those aspens, or once they get on the neighbors, we don't have access to them.
No, but if we get into position, see what happens, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's go then.
All right, let's just go. Let's see if we can get down by those aspens just over there. There should be about 300 yards to them below there if they're still where they were.
Okay.
Looks like kind of watch that wind, but once we get around those trees, they should be right below us there.
Right.
It's a pretty easy shot from there.
Go around and then just see where they're at, right?
Yeah, so let's go around that way.
For us, the hunt is about the journey.
That journey has taken us around the globe.
And we are just getting started.
The journey continues on season 23 of Outdoor Quest TV.
DoorQuest TV is brought to you by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Sacco Antica Firearms, demand perfection. Zeiss, we make it visible. Loa Boots, simply more. Silver Willow Taxidermy, see the difference. Closed captioning provided by Deluxe Wall Tents, made in Canada for Canadian conditions.
Okay, we'll come around the corner and see where they're at. Just gotta be quiet because they should be right below us.
Looks like they moved down, eh?
Yeah, it looks like they're heading into those trees. I think what we need to do is get over this ridge on the other side, work our way so we can get to the very end, and hopefully they're going to work their way up the road rather than that way. So, yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, if they come up that road, we'll be okay. If they keep going straight across, I don't know, but it's really the only chance we have.
Yeah.
They're not moving too fast yet. They're still grazing a bit, so.
True.
But, yeah, they're definitely headed south, so. Yeah, let's just pop over the top of the ridge here, get behind it. Hopefully that wind doesn't give us away.
Yeah, it'll either work or it won't,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. All right, let's go. Let me get the spotting scope set up.
Okay. I'm gonna just get my gun ready.
Yeah. They haven't seen us at all, and the wind doesn't seem to be going right to them.
They just seem to be milling about, hey?
Yeah. Okay, that bull kind of furthest to the right. Definitely a 5-point.
Okay.
You can hear some bugling further back there, but he's the only one that looks legal. Yeah, there's a lot of elk there. $5.25. Lots of time. They haven't seen us, so we got lots of time.
Okay.
Got his attention. Okay, he's just coming up out of the bottom there.
Yeah.
Coming our way. Okay, he's 475.
Okay.
Take your time though, just wait till he stops.
He's like facing me.
Outdoor Quest TV is brought to you by Defense Aerosols, bear spray for when your life depends on it. Safari Club International Canada, first for hunters. Alberta Outdoorsman Magazine. Midland Radio's communication for every adventure.
He's coming straight at us. Just wait till he turns. Man, he's coming. The wind's directly behind us, so you're fine with a shot. No wind compensation. Okay, he's stopping. As soon as he turns broadside, I would take him.
Okay.
Wait till he stops though.
Guessing he's about 300 right now.
I'm on him and steady.
Anytime.
Hit him again. No, wait. If you can hit him again, go ahead. No, never mind.
I was just about to squeeze off. Oh.
Hey.
Holy. Can you believe how fast he came in? That was amazing. Wow. That wind worked perfectly. I mean, it's still blowing, but those thermals really helped out, that's for sure. And they had no clue we were there at all. You can just see all that herd now. It's just moving out, but wow.
Well, he had a clue we were here because he was coming to make a new girlfriend.
I know, but the other elk had no clue, right?
No,
like
not a clue.
it worked out awesome because usually it's the cows that blow us, right?
Yeah.
The bulls have no clue, and it's the cows that blow out, and that was fantastic. It couldn't have worked out any better, hey?
No kidding. It was amazing. Sorry I doubted your shot.
You always do.
I know.
But, you know, it's good to stay on them and make sure they're down, reload, get ready. You just never know what's going to happen, right?
Well, my old saying is there's nothing easier to kill than an elk, and there's nothing harder to find than a wounded elk. So.
Oh, that's for sure. I can't believe how that went this morning. It was like, got here at first light, we just figured there's just no way. Like, the luck we've been having this year.
How many elk have we seen this year?
The big donut. And we've seen lots of deer, but no elk. And but you know, you gotta be out here to get one. So it's just starting first light, and we spotted. I'm like, is that elk or cows? And sure enough, it was elk. So we just put the leather to the ground and started hoofing it as close as we could get. And they were starting to work their way to the trees, and we had to move fast. Oh, look at him. Whew, well, looks nice, like a nice little 5x5. But before we spend any time looking at him, first we got to get him tagged. So one shot, shooting the 7 rem mag in carbon light and Precision Hunter ELDX, and topped with a Zeiss Conquest V6 and the ballistics turret. And you know, we're set up for long range, and which was great because when I first started with this bull, he was at 550 and I had no hesitation in taking the shot. Ended up 300. All I had to do was dial, and it worked perfectly.
This segment is brought to you by Stony Creek Hunting Gear. It's in the blood.
Well, he's not the biggest elk I've ever shot, but we're not out here looking for trophies. We're out here looking to fill our freezer. And we really like these 3-year-old bulls. They eat super well, so tender. And you know, that's kind of what we do. It feeds our family for the whole winter.
The cool thing is out here, I mean, it's big open country, as you can see, and you know, we don't set out to take long range shots, but it can sure happen out here, can't it?
It sure can. And I mean, today I really lucked out. So he started out at 550 and then finally at 300 yards. So we have the perfect system to be able to dial in really quickly. All it takes is an easy dial of the ballistics.
It's pretty easy with you talking about 300 yards being like a punch shot, but it's a long shot for most people. But like you say, we do practice a lot.
We practice a lot.
And we do have the gear to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the only way we can hunt this property. There's not a whole lot of cover. You cannot work the trees, and those elk, they like to stay out right in the middle of the field. They like to stay out in the open, and they don't want to get caught up in those trees. So.
And they play the wind, because the only place there was trees we could have got to intercept them was right.
That wind would have gone right to them. So
yeah.
First things first, we'll get him so that he's cooling nicely, and then go get the truck. And I am so happy.
I'm TJ Schwanke, and today I want to show you how to cook the perfect elk steak every time, especially on those days when it's too cold to go outside and barbecue. And today we're going to use the sous vide. And sous vide is simply an immersion heater that circulates water. But the first thing we need to do is prepare the steaks. And I've got a couple elk back straps here. So I'm just going to start with a little kosher salt, and I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit on each steak. And then I'm going to take some rosemary and shake that on. And I like to use dry spices. I've got some thyme here. It seems that dry spices actually impart a better flavor. And then I'm just going to take some chopped up garlic here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pat this into the steak gently. And I'm going to flip these steaks over. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So now that we've got the steaks prepared, we want to take a food-safe plastic bag, and just good old Ziploc in this case. I'm going to put the steaks in the bag, but I don't want the steaks to overlap. They need to be side by side. If you have them overlapping, they just won't cook properly. Okay, now we'll take our bag over to the sous vide. Okay, so now we're going to put the steak into the water bath, and this is the actual sous vide unit here. And we like our steaks rare, so we've got it set at 124 degrees. Great thing about the sous vide is no matter how long we leave the steak in the water bath, it's not going to get any more done than the temperature it is. Now, we've got a really nice cut of meat here, so we're only going to cook for about 90 minutes. But if you've got tougher cuts of meat, you can cook for several hours if you want. Sometimes we'll do our roasts, even 3 or 4 hours, and that makes them a lot more tender. You just want to be careful with good cuts of meat, as sometimes you can get them a little mushy if you tend to overcook them. So what we're going to do is we want to get all the air out of this. So I haven't sealed the bag yet, and what I want to do is I want to push the bag down in. And the water's actually not that hot. It's only 124 degrees. So once I got it down to where the seal is, I'm just going to seal it. And you don't want any water getting in there, obviously. That's why we keep it in the plastic bag. We'll just kind of get that down. Now, I'm just going to clip this on like this. And we're going to cook that for 90 minutes. Okay, we've got the steaks out of the sous vide now. And in a cast iron fry pan here, I've got equal amounts of butter and olive oil heating up. You don't need much in there, just enough to stop it from sticking to the bottom. Now I'll admit these steaks don't look too appetizing right now, but give me a minute and I'll show you what's gonna happen. Turn that up a little. So I'm gonna take a paper towel and just gently pat those dry. And flip them over. And do exactly the same thing. Now I'm just gonna take a little Montreal steak seasoning here and put this on both sides. I'm going to put them straight into this hot fry pan. And you want it really hot. And what we're going to do is we're going to just cook those for about a minute on each side. We don't want to cook them anymore. We just kind of want to get a nice crust on the outside. Okay, that's been about a minute on that side. We're just going to quickly flip them over. Always use tongs to flip your steaks too. You don't want to stick a fork into them. All that does is let all the juices out. But see the nice crisp crust we're getting on the outside of that? It's not going to make the inside any more done, but it's really going to give some nice flavor to that outside. Okay, put the cover back on, cook for another minute. They'll be ready to eat. Okay, those should be done. Just going to turn that off. Look at that beautiful crust on there though. Take those out. Fry pan over. Now, typically we would let those rest for, 3 or 4 minutes. But I just kind of want to show you how perfectly done they are. Look at that. I mean, just absolutely perfectly rare. Outdoor Quest TV is also brought to you by these fine sponsors.